Today, I want us to talk about the evolution of money. Pay attention to this because it's going to help you in a lot of ways. You can't build wealth without understanding how money came about. So, when you get to understand the concept of money very well, that is when you can now know how to work with it. So, sit down, relax, and give me some time. Um, Look at the money in your account or the money in your pocket. What is your balance? You work 40 to 60 hours per week. You stress yourself. You trade your time for it on this earth. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself what it actually is, what money actually is? You know, most people are broke because they are playing a game they do not understand. If you want to achieve financial freedom or financial sovereignty, that's the word I like, sovereignty, you have to stop looking at money the way you look at money currently. You have to stop looking at money as a permanent force of nature and start looking at it as a technology. We are starting a brand new series. We are stepping back from the charts and the crypto wallets to look at the massive machine that controls your life. We are going to trace the evolution of money. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why your savings is buying less every year. To understand why your money is buying less or your money is broken, you have to go back to the beginning. Thousands of years ago, the only system of trade was barter. If I had fish and I wanted, let's say, wheat, and I have to look for a farmer who had a wheat, then we exchange. This is what the economics call double coincidence of wants. But it was highly inefficient, as you can see. What about if the farmer doesn't want what I have, but wants something different, like let's say a shoe? What do? That means the trade cannot take place, right? So humanity needed to find or to look for a technology that can bridge this gap. So we needed a medium of exchange, definitely. We started using items that everyone agreed had value, something like sword, shells, glass beads, and so on. This worked for some time, but they had their own flaws. If you live near the sea or ocean, you could just pick up more shells. The supply wasn't restricted, so the value automatically collapsed. Eventually, humans converged on the ultimate physical money, that's gold. Why did it serve us well, or why did it win? It wasn't because it was shiny. Gold won because of physics. Gold does not rust. And it can be divided into smaller pieces, right? It is incredibly difficult to extract from the earth. You cannot print gold. You will have to expend massive amount of physical energy and labor to mine it. Because of the supply of gold grew very slowly, it held its purchasing power. If you had an ounce of gold 100 years ago, which could buy a highly, like let's say, tailored suit, today, still an ounce of a gold can still buy a high quality tailored suit. So you can see gold was true, had money, but it had a problem too. It is heavy. It is dangerous to transport across long distance. So we invented a game. So we invented banks. We put our heavy gold into a secure vault, and the bank gave us a piece of paper, a receipt. The paper receipt said the note can be redeemed for 1 ounce of physical gold. That is how paper money came about. So it is not the money itself. It was just a convenient claim on the real money. That's the gold. This is Spartans in Athens. Stay sharp, stay woke, stay sovereign. The paper receipt said the note can be redeemed for 1 ounce of physical gold. That is how paper money came about. It is not the money itself. It was just a convenient claim on the real money. That's the gold. This is where the system was hijacked. Governments needed money. They needed to create infrastructure, needed to do massive projects. So government realizing that holding the gold gave them insane power, they realized something else. If the citizens are just trading the paper receipts, they're actually not checking the vault, right? So government started printing more paper than the actual gold in the vault. They needed to fund wars, they needed to create infrastructure. So the temptation to create money out of thin air became very massive. And finally, they severed the connection completely. The paper money in your pocket today is no longer backed by the gold. The paper money in your pocket today is no longer backed by the gold. It is not backed by anything physical. It is what we call fiat currency. It is a Latin word that means by decree or let it be done. So your money only has value because the government commands it, but not because it's backed with something. So, and because it is not backed by physical energy, the central banks can print an infinite amount of it. And this is what causes inflation. When they print trillions of new units of currency, the value of a currency you hold goes down. This is the actual definition of what inflation. Inflation is not price going up. Inflation is if your money becomes weaker, just like your purchase power going down. It is a silent tax on your labor. The system is literally designed to melt your wealth over time. You must know that. That's why in the beginning I told you to give me some time to explain to you. You have to understand the concept of money first before you can create wealth. If you don't understand the concept of money, it will be difficult because you create it anyhow. The system is breaking, right? In our economies, we feel this faster and harder than anywhere else in the world. We watch our purchasing power evaporate in real time. Humanity needed a new evolution. So we needed money that had absolute security and scarcity of gold. But we could be sent across the world at a speed of light without needing a corrupt bank to hold it. So in 2009, we got it, cryptocurrency, specifically decentralized assets like Bitcoin. It is not a get rich quick scheme. It is the next technology of evolution of money. It is digital gold. There will only be or ever be 21 million Bitcoin. It has no CEO, it has no president, it has no central bank. I know you already know this. And it cannot be printed like the way our currencies have been always been printed. You do not achieve financial sovereignty by saving ice cubes or by gathering sand by the beach. No. You achieve it by exchanging weak money for hard assets. So in the next episode, we are going to dive deeper into this trap. We are going to look at cash flow versus capital. And I'll tell you the harsh truth about why investing your spare change will never make you rich if you don't build your active income first. This is Spartans in Athens. Stay sharp, stay woke, stay sovereign.